What is going on there, citizens of the Reject Nation? We are going to watch She-Hulk episode dose today. Thank you for joining us, John. How's your day going?
It's getting a lot better now.
Good to hear. Koi-san, how's your day going?
Very well. You're wearing the same shirt as last week.
Yeah, I know. That's how I do. And Koi knows how microphones work.
Sometimes he does.
That's how it
I'm
goes.
a pilot on an airplane.
It's nice having Koi back here with us since we've been doing so many solo. And Koi, you guys are watching those Koi's Comic Corners. They're great. And also follow him on TikTok. He does a lot of stuff over there. He's always asking me to plug it. And I'm like, shut up. I'll plug what I want.
I call him at midnight. I'm like,
plug it
Greg,
when
have you
I want.
plugged my TikTok
Let me
today?
leave me alone.
Have you called your family about my TikTok?
But yeah, guys, I'm going to be wearing the same green shirt and Daredevil
9
beanie
weeks.
for the next 9 weeks. I'm committed until our Marvel shirt comes in from shopzeroedition.com. Then I might change it up, but this beanie's staying. Alrighty, people, listen up. Leave a like, smash that like button, subscribe and click that notification bell. Get notified when our reaction for the next She-Hulk is up, okay? That's serious business here. Full-length reaction watch-alongs, where you sync up with the time code in your own copy over at our Patreon page for Super Sexy Rejects. Cover a bunch of crap over there exclusively as well. And Prepper Team, thank you guys for helping us set this down. Let's watch the Marvel.
Sketches show a stunning scene from the Metropolitan Courthouse.
Super influencer.
Can you tell us about what you saw today?
Yeah. So this chick, pretty decent. like a chick Hulk.
A She-Hulk?
Exactly.
That's for somebody called She-Hulk, which can't possibly be what they're calling me.
Lady Hulk, Girl Hulk, She-Hulk. Come on, just give them what they want.
So dumb. I can't even exist without being a derivative of the Hulk.
That's a pretty dumb name, too.
Neat little trick you pulled there, Walters. But don't you think it's a little unsportsmanlike to suddenly debut superpowers just to drum up publicity for yourself?
Only you would think that.
So, seriously, how did you get these powers?
I really don't feel like talking about it.
Nepotism. You knew it.
Jesus.
There's a hot chick over there. I'm gonna go talk to it.
I relate to that guy.
You could be an Avenger.
Do the Avengers offer healthcare?
I don't.
Maternity leave, a pension?
It's a big problem Tony had.
Jen, can I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, sir. What is it?
Could you go back to Jen? Jen, this is a serious conversation.
Sure.
Oh, the booze in her system. That's great.
We didn't win the case.
Oh, yeah, we did.
GLK&H had to declare a mistrial because you, as your, She-Hulk.
That is not what I call it.
How's it her fault?
Well, what was I supposed to do? Like, let them get hit in the face with a desk, and then they have blunt force trauma, and they're all bleeding out all over the courtroom floor?
No. I'm sorry, Jen.
Oh, I'm sorry too, boss.
No, Jen, I'm sorry. I have to let you go.
What?
Jeez.
Wait, you're firing me?
Oh my god, a logo.
Hey. That's already Oh, I hope that keeps up that motif.
We're not prepared to offer you the position at this time.
Sorry, it's a no.
We just can't take the risk of a sideshow.
That was clever at the backgrounds, getting the lesser and lesser seeming offices. So smart. Montage.
Good observations.
Film.
It's a comic book reference.
Jen, what are you doing? Eye on the prize. Come on, seriously.
Said Iron Man 3s? Is that what it said?
No.
What? Fire it again.
Captain America's ass. That's her phone background.
Some of this production design reminds me of The Matrix because everything's just so green.
Hues of green, yeah. There is no spoon, Jennifer Walters.
You don't have to worry about getting fired. I already told everyone, so it won't be awkward.
Oh, no.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Jen.
You got fired. Chad!
Dad.
So to bring it up.
I said, don't bring it up.
It's okay, Dad. Yes, got fired, but it's fine.
Big news. So I got promoted to manager over at the Best Buy.
Manager, all right, Chad. Employed and promoted.
Employed and promoted.
That Hawkeye guy, what happens to those arrows of his? I mean, does he go around and collect them when he's done?
Jenny?
Nobody calls me that.
I'm just going to put this out there. Melanie is a stylist, you know. She could help you.
Let's get this hair more like She-Hulk's.
Oh.
Hazardous to leave those things lying around.
Chunky highlights.
Appreciate
chunky
you.
highlights.
about being a personal trainer.
Kill them, Jen.
Flip the table.
You know, like I thought I could keep this at bay for, I don't know how long, eternity?
Well,
But it's just like, I hate.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
the thing that you were dreading happened, but look, you're still standing. And now you get to keep moving on.
Neato. He's a nice guy.
Ally McBeal on the TV because the show's like that. Easter egg.
Ally McBeal's canon now.
I'd like to offer you a job.
Is this a joke?
I'll never joke. It's no easy feat against GLK&H. So, I would like you to come work for us.
You got me fired, now you want to hire me.
To be head of a new division, yes. Take some time.
I
If we
accept.
could-
I will only do it if I can hire my own paralegal. Non-negotiable.
I truly do not care who your paralegal is.
Yes.
That's a building.
Established.
Tall, structurally sound.
Corporate.
We just started a Superhuman Law division, and I want you, well, the She-Hulk, to be the face of it.
Oh.
That means I'll expect you to be at work and in court as the She-Hulk, not as a normal person.
Right now.
Poor choice of words.
Can I change?
This way, please.
We are the first top-tier law firm to launch an entire division dedicated to superhuman law.
God, is this why they hired me? Okay, this sucks. I am totally qualified, but now everyone around here...
Comics.
These dodos never had to deal with this on their first day at work.
But I'm curious, what do you think about it?
I'm... agnostic.
Interesting. Unprecedented, for sure.
I'll spend the rest of the year worrying about what I just said.
Nah, it's good.
Look at everything it's getting us. Are you kidding? Big ass windows. Yes, a fully stocked mini fridge and a desk. I mean, this is normal, but this is very fancy bit.
She's great.
I love her.
Hi there, I'm Pug. I'm also in the Superhuman Law division.
Oh, I'm Jennifer Walters.
I made you guys a welcome basket.
That guy looks so familiar.
It's Adrian Chase Romero. It's Adrian Chase Romero. I didn't realize it's on my second viewing.
Snacks and a map to the best bathroom for pooping.
Thank you.
Essentials.
The line deliveries of this show are very good.
Let Carrington go, and then tell Bob Thompson that he's going to Minneapolis because he hates the cold. I mean, just tell him that.
Mr. Holloway, I'm so... I can't wait to take on whatever case you want to assign to
Your
me.
first case is the parole of EMIL BLONSKY.
Oof. Get right to it.
Oh.
Also known as Abomination, Mr. Blonsky has been serving a sentence in an ultra-high security prison.
I'm very familiar with Mr. Blonsky, sir. I'm sorry, but I can't represent him. This man tried to kill my cousin, Bruce.
Yeah, that's quite all right.
Oh.
Walter.
Kind of neat how her clothes don't really rip.
Do not step past the yellow line. Do not touch the glass separating you and the prisoner Abomination. Although we have taken every precaution, we cannot guarantee your safety. Do you accept these conditions?
Yes.
Sign here.
We haven't seen Emil Blonsky in so long.
So long.
It just hit me right now.
Because we saw him as Abomination in Shang-Chi, but we haven't seen him since 2008.
Jennifer Waters. First off, namaste.
I was expecting.
Abomination, right? You won't be seeing much of him about. Honestly, I've completely transformed myself. Physically, obviously, but also spiritually. I'm simply EMIL now. Russian-born, British-raised, Royal Marines Commando, on loan to the US government.
Okay.
With 7 soulmates that I met through the prison pen pal program that I want to start a new life with.
Nice.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? Your cousin, the Hulk. You know, I tried to kill him. You know, so let's get that out of the way. It wasn't personal or anything. So I was under direct orders from your government.
But then you went on a destructive rampage in Harlem. That wasn't sanctioned by the government.
Yeah, because they pumped me full of that super soldier serum.
The serum the government gave you caused your subsequent actions?
Uh-oh.
I thought I was gonna be, you know, Captain Bloody America, something, you know? And now that very threat, your cousin, is held up as some kind of hero, and I'm locked up in here.
I like this.
It's
Really
great.
well written. Yeah.
Thunderbolt setup right here.
The parole board's gonna need to know that you feel remorse for your actions to even consider release.
Absolutely, I do. See, and I have here various haikus that I've written.
Oh boy.
I was gonna say, tons of remorse.
The sorrow.
Oh, you don't have
If you'd like to experience them.
That's okay. If I were your attorney, I would advise you to speak truthfully from the heart instead of trying to gauge what you think they might want to hear.
That's all from the heart. Jen, look, I just want to move on with my life. Live in peace on a large piece of property purchased for me by my 7 soulmates.
Right.
Think you can help?
Yeah, I'll think about it.
Thunderbolts. Yeah.
Hey, Jen, what's up?
Bruce, hey, listen, I got a new job.
Hey, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Yeah, but part of the deal is I have to take on EMIL BLONSKY as a client, and I couldn't do that without talking to you first.
Okay,
I mean, it doesn't seem like you hold a grudge. At least you've never talked about that before.
That's...
And you're always saying that, you know, everybody deserves a second chance. And I'm not falling for an act here, but... He was so compelling, and maybe I want to believe that he's reformed.
Well, sure,
you know, isn't
want.
rehabilitation something that we should strive for as a society? But none of that matters.
I think you're calling me to tell me you're taking the job.
I'm calling you to tell you I'm taking the job. Yes.
That's great, Jen. You should. Actually, Blonsky wrote me a really nice letter a while back. And a really heartfelt haiku. That fight was so many years ago, I'm a completely different person now. Literally.
They just acknowledged. Oh, fourth wall break, well used.
I'm a completely different person
Literally.
now.
I end up naming you anyway.
She-Hulk? Don't even.
No, I love that. That's got a nice ring to it. She-Hulk, attorney at law.
Yeah. That's the title of the show.
You coming to LA anytime soon?
Yeah, probably not for a minute. I got some things I gotta take care of.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Nice.
Dude.
Oh, we got more Hulk coming.
Always on planes.
I've already got a winning strategy, and it is 100% in the bag.
Glad to hear it. You might want to take a look at the news right now.
Yes.
Just the general news.
So far, there have been no statements made by EMIL BLONSKY's attorney after shocking footage leaked showing the Abomination participating in what appears to be an underground fight club after having somehow...
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh, what?
That was
Oh, it's
so
over?
fast.
Oh, damn. That was such a good cliffhanger.
They're so good at... Oh.
We better get a mid-credits with the haiku to Bruce.
That was such a good cliffhanger.
This show's very good.
It is very good.
It's my assessment.
Yeah, I think they eliminated eliminated second episode. I liked it more than the first one for sure. I liked it a lot more.
Yeah, I think they just needed to establish the world quickly in the first one, and now we're in.
Yeah. It's really well done. First one's kind of like a prologue.
To get her She-Hulked into the world.
Like, this is like the real first episode.
Yeah, exactly. This is what the show will be like from now on.
This is different than the
completely.
the last one.
Just the first opening, and there was a Shield logo on that one.
Yeah, like some of them are the same, but others are being updated.
There's like a little Hulk movie in here. Oh, side Hulk story, or is it just a big setup? You wonder if they're just like they're setting something up.
Is it just every episode Bruce is going to be somewhere else random, or is this spin-off territory?
I think that's all the Ruffalo we might get.
I don't know what 4K is. This thing, nobody does, but you still need it. Dude, I don't know what I'm doing down here.
Just keep turning.
I've turned it left, I've turned it right. Look,
Counterclockwise.
it just turns the wheel, dude. I don't know what we're doing.
Drop it down.
Okay,
Drop it down.
okay.
Good.
Do not touch these wires again.
No.
I could have done that. There you go. Yeah, watch out for the lamp.
I'm glad you're staying hydrated, Dad, but this seems a little excessive.
Oh, here. I got that. Do that. Yep. Okay.
I like this show.
I do too.
All right, Koi has a heart out in the next 9 minutes.
That's
no.
This is how it rolls when Koi's here.
I'm the problem.
You always, white man always holding
Just
things
causing
up.
problems. Hiring people for the wrong reasons.
Right. This was strategically planned for this show.
Yep, Greg
To
set
add
this up.
additional commentary.
Jesus, guys, wait. He should go first.
Oh, no.
I went first last time. John should go
He
first.
should go first.
Yeah, no. I really, really enjoyed this.
Your
and
time's
I
up.
agree.
Koi, what did you think?
Sir.
This is how I lose the Reject Nation. This is Greg pitting us against each other is how I lose.
Yeah, pick your favorite white
He
guy.
tried to do it with Eric Voss and it didn't take, so now he's trying to do it with John.
I just I like having, I have too much fun sometimes.
It's
Johnny,
okay. Have all the
please
fun.
state your opinion.
For the jury.
Defend why you legitimately like this show. No. Yeah. I agree. I liked that this built well upon the first one, that it really does establish. I mean, I'm sure they'll throw us curveballs and surprises, but it feels like now we have the tone of the show complete. And I really liked what they're sort of getting at with both just showing the struggles that she faces, and I'm sure a lot of women face, as they build a career, and as it's hard to do the right thing sometimes, and sometimes you're not rewarded for doing so, and then how they relate that over to Emil Blonsky and his situation. And I don't know what this whole Prison Break thing is going to result in. I want to still believe that he ultimately will be a sympathetic character, but I really like that they had that thing to connect over of like, hey, I was just put in this position of, I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was the good guy, and here I come to find that I've been manipulated and turned into, this force. And so, I was like, oh, cool. That's a kind of universal and a mutual identification moment that I thought was really nice and spoke to.
And also getting hired off of her looks.
Well, there's that too. It's it's not about what you know or your expertise. It's about, the appearance, and it's about us, I'm sure, having, we're the first ones to open up this progressive new office, and we want you to be our poster child. There's a lot of that sort of corporate-y, false posturing and virtue signaling sort of nuance going on there and things like that. But I'm curious too to see how her relation. I feel like that's going to be a interesting, sometimes harsh, sometimes fun relationship between her and her boss.
But the show did establish that she was going to win before that whole fiasco happened.
Yeah.
So that's just so she actually is skilled. It's not solely just because of her appearance.
Yeah.
But that she was going to actually win it itself. Yeah. All right, Koi. Go.
I loved that this felt like a goddamn comic book. Not only did it have that single frame that felt like you turned the page and there's the thing you experienced from Shang-Chi, which is very comic-y. The use of the interwoven world in the MCU has always been very well handled. But now in Phase 4, I feel like we've got multiple timelines that are happening simultaneously, like with the end of Hawkeye, where we had, the Spider-Man moment. I love that this is feeling like a world. It's feeling fleshed out. So we get She-Hulk's journey carrying forward. We get that tie into where it lies in the timeline of Shang-Chi, but we also get a launching point for Hulk. So this really feels like when you're reading Marvel comics. It all feels like a big tapestry. I really love the character growth. I agree with Greg that the first episode, and it's actually funny, the things that I forgave about the first episode, I had those 3 things that were qualms. Still loved the episode, but I do feel like that was worth it to hurry to this in episode 2. I love that this is 9 episodes because now we have 8 episodes of this because episode 1 just kind of got us there. Like it was like, hey, love their chemistry, love this relationship. You're going to love She-Hulk. We're going to let all this fly by. I would have loved if the pilot was like 45 minutes, even 10 more minutes of just like her struggling, her succeeding, a little bit more of those things we talked about. But then it's worth all of that for 8 episodes of this attorney show. Like I'm genuinely so excited for where this goes. And I've loved most of the Marvel TV shows, but this one feels like the most like a show. Like I feel like I'm watching a 90s show that happens to be a character I love. This feels like when I would watch stuff with my family and be like, and next week I'll come back. But it's about something I love, so it's combining my 2 great loves, like watching stuff that I'd enjoy with my family and comic books.
That's actually part of its strength, weirdly enough, because a lot of times with these big shows, the pitch is always, we made like a 6-hour movie.
Yeah, I want a show.
And then sometimes it feels like it's kind of caught now in between being a show and being a movie. So then at times you're like, oh, I wish it was kind of longer now, or maybe this didn't need to be as long. So actually embracing the fact that it's a TV show.
I think The Boys does that well, and this is doing that like The Boys.
They took that Eric Kripke note of maybe instead of writing your 6-hour movie, you should write 6 great episodes of TV.
Yeah, and I think that's what they've done here is because this is really strong. I like that they give, like, the thing that we were talking about the first episode of not really having much of a struggle. That's going to be more of an internal struggle that's carried over here and 10 times more. You know, her getting fired, because it's like the last episode ended on, again, not another struggle. Supervillain shows up, whoops the supervillain's ass, not a problem.
Yeah.
And then it picks up right here, and it's like, oh, that's actually a major problem for her of everything that just occurred. And, you know, feeling objectified, too, off of it. And, yeah, I like the commentary on, see, to me, that is a little bit more of just that. I know there's already, I'm not going to spend forever talking about that. Camp is going to have a fucking issue with it. Because it's like, yeah, the writing of episode 1 with some of that felt like this could have been more fleshed out and more nuanced. And instead of just feeling like, okay, I get you're just kind of talking to me. And here they're carrying over that commentary in the work field, in the, you know, PR field, in the image field. They're carrying over that type of commentary, but in a way that I actually feel is imbued within the world and makes a lot of sense and doesn't feel like I'm being talked to. And so I really liked it. That's kind of a little bit, again, if they had that like 10 more
10
extra
minutes,
in that first episode, then I wouldn't have had kind of that criticism towards some of that dialogue. But here, I think that it's actually done really well.
I don't feel pandered to.
Yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of people who automatically are already going to feel like, oh my God, it is. But leave. Don't be here. Because this right here, I'm like, no, that's the right touch, because it also has this really sweet tone to it. Like, I really enjoy the tone a lot. I'm not familiar with Ally McBeal. Like, it was a show that existed and I saw commercials for all the time when I was a kid, but I didn't actually watch the show. I know you saw The Practice because you had someone who worked on it. His dad was the AD.
I had a guy.
Oh, no way.
His dad was the AD on
That's
The
cool.
Practice.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
And Sliders. Have you heard of Sliders?
The movie about people in portals?
It's a series. It was a series with Jerry O'Connell.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love Jerry O'Connell.
Among other things. He worked on The Thing back in the day.
That's awesome.
He was a trainee. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Didn't know any of that. Learned
Go
something
to
about John
IMDb,
today.
guys.
.com/John Humphrey's
Whole
dad.
career. John
He's
Humphrey's
listed
dad.
as John
I
Humphrey's
agree
dad.
with your assessment of the tone. and one thing I'll say, just to add to the actual
John Humphrey's
conversation,
dad.
my dad's rad. But yeah, one thing is with the pacing and the nuances and things like that. Oftentimes during these scenes, whenever I have a notice moment, it's always like I could tell that scene went on longer and they trimmed it down. So I feel like it's all there. But one thing that this episode made me realize that's been great about Phase 4, I think in particular, is you look at like Shang-Chi, you look at Miss Marvel, you look at this. They're really great at doing best friends and family environment and just like plopping you in. Like some of those family scenes I wish did have more time again
Little
just
choppy.
to breathe.
Little
Because
choppy.
they do become just like, here's your writ large character note. However, I
He's
really...
this cliche. This cliche.
And so, like, during that scene with the dad, I was like, okay, I get somebody probably was like, we need to speed this up. up, but I wish they could really have a bonding chat back and forth. But even despite that, I thought the actors, at least, and just the kind of environment they drew for those was really nice and touching. And I hope they could get to that Miss Marvel level, like, oh, we're really spending some time with them.
And that phone call with Bruce is so good.
Yeah.
Like, that was such a great use of both those characters, and then the reveal was excellent.
I think the way, again, I'm bringing them up because they're the two most recent shows. Or no, let me do it again. I'm bringing them up because they're the two most recent women. What gets more engagement?
The two most recent
things. The two most recent things
Objects.
to be here. No, but Iman Vellani and Tatiana Maslany. There's that kind of quality. Okay, I need to make sure I say this properly. Okay, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I'm like, I see Paul Rudd still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's certain characters with some of these roles that I'm like, wow, they are just this person. Like, they are that character. They are this person. And I feel like both Iman Vellani and Tatiana Maslany, they just are them.
Sarah Finn and the casting team behind this, they've found these characters.
They're brilliant performers. Like, they're so nuanced without relying on, like, being nuanced.
Look at me
like,
acting.
look at me.
I'm
acting. I am the actor. Because they keep so much life and real, relatable personality, and they just sound so fucking natural when they're talking. And so I absolutely love her performance. Like, I'm just watching her in awe. Like, damn, she's so good. And she makes up for a lot of because again, I feel like whatever thing I said about CGI in the first episode is going to be applied here. Sometimes it's going to look good, sometimes it's going to look a little off, whatever. But it's not as distracting to me because I'm so, I'm enjoying the show so much that I was like, whatever.
It's the character.
Yeah, I just look, yeah.
I'm gonna own. I didn't watch Orange Is the New Black. That's her show, right? The Tatiana Maslany. She had a show where she played multiple characters. She had a show where she played a lot of different characters, and I didn't watch it, but I did see her in Stronger, and she's incredible in Stronger, but it's a very, very dramatic performance. So I didn't have a lot of exposure to her in a comedic role, and I know Jennifer Walters from the comic book being one of the first characters to break the fourth wall in a major comic book.
Does she embody it?
She is
good?
nailing it.
Yeah,
and I didn't know. I didn't have enough exposure to her other work that I just like knew, hey, I know she's a very strong actress. I've supported her as She-Hulk from the beginning because of Stronger, but now seeing her comedy in this, I want to watch the things she's known for. Like, I'm now a fan of her to be like, I want to go retroactively discover the glory that is her work.
Yeah, she's freaking brilliant.
So good.
Experience the Maslany Renaissance.
Yeah.
And I'm appreciating the way they are building out this world because it does feel like a comic book show, and it's done in this really. I can't quite find the word. I feel like everyone's already said it in this discussion.
I'm so happy, man.
It's really snappy.
It's snappy. It's enjoyable, and I found myself wanting more.
Yeah.
Like when it was done, not in a bad way. Like when it ended, I was like, I wasn't expecting it to end, nor did it end abruptly. It ended in a way I'm like, no, I want to keep watching. That was so really enjoyable.
When a show does a good 3-act structure, that you're like, I didn't even notice that it was almost over because I'm actually in. Oh no, cliffhanger! Like it felt right.
And instead of trying to do the 6 to 9 hour movie thing, they're allowing for a specific journey per episode. You know, like where she had to come to with a place of acceptance in the first episode. And then here, you know, having to deal with these things and then confront Bruce about having to deal with the decision. And then also now that she's out in the public, there's like little journeys, little arcs in between each one. There's lessons to be learned in each episode. And so I think that is a big strength already demonstrated in these last 2 episodes. And I really like the whole thing with the lawyer division. I'm sure that's a comic thing, right? That's what happens. Yeah, she's representing superheroes.
And I could see that, you know, folding in, obviously Daredevil, but also even things like Jessica Jones as a private eye that's a superhero. That could even lead to
awesome.
And like the Heroes for Hire. This episode was called Attorney for Hire.
Even talk about that's the thing.
I could see Luke Cage and Iron Fist coming in.
About the fucking thing that I was loving was Emil Blonsky, like Tim Roth.
Oh,
so fun.
There was this quote going around on Twitter about it's either the director or writer talking about how they would take these characters who were often really serious in these films, and they get a chance of playing the tone of She-Hulk. And of course, that led to a lot of like, they're like a comedy. What? They're going to be Daredevil hilarious. No. So that's what it turned into.
At most Daredevil comics.
Yeah. So to get a flavor of that with Emil Blonsky. I was listening to his monologue, and I'm like, no, he's getting some of that humor in there. It's not too much. They haven't joked him up to the point where I'm like, now I'm laughing at Emil Blonsky. And the speech he was making, I was like, you know what? You're making a really good point, actually.
I was so in on his journey. Like,
you were the hero they hired.
and
You were
he was
the
a villain
mercenary
in that movie, but he's a hero in this show.
Hulk.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Hulk. Exactly. Yeah, because Emil Blonsky in that movie, they were like, "We're the one we need you to hire, and we're going to inject you and fill you up and
he's
drug
such
you
a
up."
villain in that movie. Like that performance is all like eyebrow furrowing, mustache twirling, and here he is a hero.
Yeah, so I think that they did. I want to make sure that sometimes you're talking about Emil and Hulk, or are you talking about both?
I'm talking about Emil in Hulk.
Emil in Hulk, yeah.
I'm saying in the film versus the show. In the film, he's mustache twirling.
He's mustache twirling villain in the movie.
In the movie.
But he's making a point, though, that is true, was that they hired him thinking he'd be the hero who could take down the Hulk.
Which is the beauty of nuanced characters like the Kingpin and Daredevil. Like, this is that.
And I think they wrote that in so well,
So
because to put that in the context of his perspective and to watch how he's changed and you give him actual personality, because it's freaking Tim Roth. He's an amazing actor.
You let
Tim Roth is a
Roth.
great actor.
During that scene, I was sitting there thinking, oh man, he must actually be having like a good, enriching time performing in this piece.
Right? I'm like, I'm
so
happy
many,
for him.
especially with those recent quotes from like Mickey Rourke about like, about his time working with Marvel and like, they're not willing to go in and give us some character to actually work with. I was like, it seems like they have learned to really do that with their, especially veteran actors and their new talent too.
Yeah, you get something more fun and interesting to do instead of just like, I want more.
Yeah, like there's
more.
Give us the haiku. I want his
the haiku
to the
pretty
Hulk.
bad. I hope that's like a publicity thing. I hope we like get it out there in the world.
So yeah, I thought that's a very fascinating chapter to explore. Now it makes sense why Wong would be getting in trouble and getting a lawyer too, because these Shang-Chi things are going to have repercussions.
And I really think it's setting up Thunderbolts. That whole speech felt like, oh, we're the good guys. Oh,
Me and my
no,
7
bait and switch
friends.
bad
Yeah,
guys.
no,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Like,
No.
come on, it's right there.
I mean, they've already established that Thunderbolts are coming. It's
Right, it's just like, I just didn't think it would be like in his first minute of screen time. Like, I didn't think they'd be like, and this is the Thunderbolt setup. And I was like, that is.
So yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot, and I think that the show is doing a really it's a really fun time. It's genuine. It's like genuine, sincere fun with a lot of heart and in a way that also keeps the MCU growing. At the
Yeah,
same
man.
I think that's the thing that a lot of the times that we're sort of wanting is like, I do want some of that MCU world building as well, but it's not like solely dependent on that.
Yeah.
And yet you're also getting that. You're getting to have your cake and
And
eat
it
it too,
doesn't
yeah.
feel shameless. It doesn't
No.
feel like it's like, oh, will you use this character? You notice that, you nerds? Like, it feels like it's a
No, 'cause
useful
it's-
tool.
It's the appropriate environment to do a lot of that.
And that's why I think the cameos in this, and there's some of the comments in that Koi's Comic Corner, watch it, about cameos in the show, I think are going to feel good because they've already done it so well. I think this is the only way to have some C and D-list characters that, like, I'd love to see incorporated. Give me Stiltman. I don't want to see Stiltman anywhere else, but, like, this would be a great way to do a lot of those characters in tone.
Scar's coming.
Scar?
So he like beat the person with the ship?
Yeah, that's weird to me. I don't know who was flying that ship, but he's gone now.
He's just like annihilated
Threw
this
him
guy
out of space.
Yeah, I
And
don't
it's like,
know.
I'm going.
I guess that's it. I guess
Maybe they came to a peaceful agreement.
Or maybe there was no one in that ship.
it was autopilot.
Autopiloted.
Yeah.
They open the door and there's Jess Goldblum as a hologram being like, my champion.
Come back. You're under contract.
All right, guys. Well, hey, before we go, thanks for the Patreon. Adelia Chamberlain, you are more than a She-Hulk.
Yo.
You're a Greg Hulk.
Oh.
That's what I call you.
Greg Hulk.
So Adelia, you might know of her, Koi.
No?
She helps run Let's Get Ready to, what's it called? Let's Get Ready to Fight.
To the Schmodown.
Yeah, the Schmodown.
I know her. She helps you around my Discord. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, so you do know Adelia.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's the best. She's
Yeah.
a sweetheart.
She actually, like, I don't know how to use a Discord, and she's been very patient with my being very dumb.
Yeah, she is
Adelia.
a big heart and soul of our patrons. She's been with us forever. Had some very long conversations with her. Only met her in person that one time at the Schmodown
that's
match.
right. We took a
Dude,
photo.
it was good chilling with you, though.
Yeah, so I think what I've learned today, Adelia, is Koi knows who you are.
Koi should do this whole shout out himself.
I
shout her out.
appreciate you. I thank you for your patience. I think you're very, very kind and welcoming to people in the movie world, and that is not always the case. And I think you're a great bridge between us folk that are having to deal with not great people and the good, like everyone you've connected me to has been rad. You're a great gateway to the people we might not meet otherwise, and we appreciate you.
I like how you counted the things you were listing.
I like to make sure that people
One,
feel
you're kind.
One, two, you're important.
I will send these notes to you after the shout out is completed.
There will be a test. What was number 4?
In the right order.
That I said. Pop quiz.
All right, Adelia. All right, see you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
I like lists. I'm a Virgo.